But I am actually nervous about the state of the negotiation now, and I am concerned going forward because everything's been multiplied by COVID. And so I am concerned about our country going forward. That is a legitimate concern.
Any disruption caused by Brexit will be tiny. I mean, absolutely tiny compared to the disruption to our lives that's been caused by COVID and the way the government has dealt with it. Look, we know that at the end of the day, the European Union are battling to preserve their political empire, all right? And we've made some mistakes. Signing up to that withdrawal agreement was a very big mistake. Boris Johnson's got the chance here to set us on a completely different course, a course where we're in charge of our own rules and regulations, where we can actually become competitive. And if we do that, we'll be a magnet for massive global investment. Well, and there may be some short-term disruption. You know, when you move house, the short-term disruption, any big change in life brings short-term disruption. But I am personally, and don't forget, I started this campaign 30 years ago when a lot of people laughed at me. Yeah. But I now hear the things that I was saying back in the early 90s that are now mainstream narrative. And I believe more than ever that we've got to do this. We've got to break free.
I understand, and I know that these views of yours are sincerely held, and we've talked many times. Fishing is a symbol of sovereignty to Brexiteers, of course, and it's very, very important. I would never be somebody, especially the son of a master fishmonger in the old days, based in Kent, by the way, Edenbridge. Yep. You know, I would certainly never say throw fishing away. It's a symbol of sovereignty to Brexiteers. Are we seriously? You know, have we seriously got Royal Naval vessels preparing to patrol the Channel with our French neighbours coming over and trying to nick our fish? I mean, is this really what it comes to? Unbelievably childish, really, is it not?
That's what Norway does every day. It's what Iceland do every day. Sovereign countries protect their own resources. And there is a massive problem here with fishing. I keep being told that fishing is a tiny percentage of the UK economy. Well, that's not surprising because it's been destroyed over the last 3 decades.
Well, some of our skippers sold their quotas as well. I understand that. The common fisheries
because they gave up.
Yeah, the common fisheries policy was not.
They literally gave up.
Yeah.
But let me just make one more point, Andrew, that perhaps is even more important. Right. I don't think people have fully understood. In the last 4 years, we have witnessed not just the French massively overfishing the Channel up to our 6 mile line. We currently have 5 super trawlers off the Sussex coast catching incredible quantities of mackerel, herrings, sprats, and everything else. We are seeing an ecological disaster going on in the English Channel because the Europeans have decided if Brexit's going to happen, we'll take every last scrap we can until that moment comes. We're seeing a few dolphins and porpoises washing up dead on the beaches of Brighton and elsewhere, but not just for the sake of our fishing industry, but for the sake of our marine ecosystem. We need to take back our territorial waters.
Are you trying to nick the Green vote now?
Andrew, I've been a lifelong angler and conservationist, and I am absolutely appalled at what I'm seeing in the English Channel and the extent to which it's been underreported. And whilst I don't like to see dead harbour porpoises on Sussex beaches, at least it may wake people up to what's going on.
Is there a realistic prospect as these negotiations reach a head, Nigel, that the Prime Minister might sell out on fishing?
There's a very realistic prospect, if you look at what's been agreed already over Northern Ireland, that despite all the firm words, the Prime Minister sells out completely, but comes back and tries to present it as a victory. If he thinks he can get away with it, he's in for a shock. You see, Mrs. May thought she could get away with it, and look what happened to her. So, Boris, if you're listening, don't think you can get away with a last-minute fudge and pulling the wool over our eyes. Brexit voters, and particularly those in the north of England in the Red Wall, won't wear it.
We will make America great again.